Strangers had been at sea for 3 days and 3 nights, and if they continued like this they would have starved to death. But as luck would have it, a small island appeared ahead and Anna told Paul to row quickly when he saw that there was a chance of survival. But Paul was already starving and said it was too far and decided to leave it to fate. Just as Anna was getting desperate, a gale came up and blew the two of them straight to the edge of the island. Paul was immediately energized and hurriedly got off the boat with Anna. As soon as they reached the shore, Paul lay down on the beach because he had used up his last ounce of strength. Luckily Anna still had her strength and said she would go to the island to look for some food. Anna went into the jungle and found an abundance of fruit, so much that she couldn't eat it all. When Paul heard that there was food, he took his life-saving gun off the boat and followed him. They walked for a while and then found a beautiful spring. They ate some wild fruits and then jumped into the spring together and had a nice bath. It felt like a real paradise and Paul forgot that he was on a deserted island. When they returned to the beach refreshed, they found that the boat had disappeared and that the wind had blown it away. Anna was so confused that there was no way back, but Paul was so happy that the wind had blown the boat away. It was great that the boat was gone. Paul couldn't wait to get into the sea and swim like crazy to hide his excitement. The two of them had never met each other, just two strange tourists. But Paul had fallen in love with Anna at first sight when he was in distress and God allowed Paul to stay with her. Together they build a hut and have to solve the problem of housing. The two get to know each other and Paul hopes to stay on the island with Anna for the rest of his life. But Anna didn't like the wilderness. It wasn't much fun to live like a savage, so Anna goes to the beach and sets up a distress call, hoping that a passing ship or plane will see it. But after months of not seeing anyone else, Anna accepted life on a deserted island. The good news is that there is an endless supply of fruit, all natural and without any additives, and Anna's skin is better. The two of them had a very good life, but they got bored of eating fruit all the time. Paul would go to the sea to catch fish and prawns and crabs, and there was more seafood than he could eat. Although their life was very primitive, they were very happy. Slowly Paul had the idea of having children. After all, on the island there was a need to raise a family. Anna soaked in the spring water, which was so refreshingly natural it was really great, and Paul was on the shore, admiring the unbeatable view. How many men dream of a life in a paradise where the mountains and rivers are so beautiful and the beauty is so picturesque? But then it happened to Paul. Paul and Anna didn't know each other, but they were stranded on a deserted island by an accident. Now they've been living on the island for a year and they're having a great time. But one day Paul accidentally found a dried body on the beach. This made Anna feel very scared and wanted to leave the place immediately. Anna was afraid that she would die on the deserted island, just like the dry body. But Paul kept reassuring Anna and gave her loving encouragement about the benefits of being on the island, and Anna's heart finally calmed down. Paul also told Anna that we could have a baby together and start a happy little family. Anna felt that Paul had a good point, so that evening they performed the ancient marriage ceremony. Although they were both young and strong, the floor was still too hard. The next morning Anna felt like her bones were about to fall apart. When she woke up, Anna found that Paul was not with her and ran into the jungle to look for him. She found Paul here early in the morning burying dry bodies. Anna looked at the man in front of her and felt that he was really caring and that she had married the right husband. And she was even more determined to spend her life here with Paul. I have to say that there is a reason why such a paradise is so wonderful that people don't want to go back. Every day they would take a bath in the spring and play a little game of lovebirds in the water. And Paul has decided to build a bigger house on the island with at least 6 rooms, because Paul had decided to have 5 children to keep things lively. But then one day a plane shattered the peace. Although the two had decided to spend the rest of their lives on the island, when they saw the plane they couldn't help but shout out loud. But the plane flew away and Anna asked Paul why you didn't fire the flare gun. Paul said that the flare gun had disappeared, but in fact Paul had hidden it. Anna was very angry and said that she usually liked meat the most. I've had enough of fish and fruit on the island. In the face of Anna's complaints, Paul just walked silently into the jungle intending to go hunting despite the danger. Deep in the jungle, he encountered a panther and was frightened, running for his life. The panther was hot on his heels. Stranded on a deserted island, a man searching for food comes across a black panther. Paul is frightened and flees for his life. The panther is in hot pursuit. The panther is fast as lightning but trips over a dead tree on the ground and falls to his death. Paul took the opportunity to stab the panther in the side. When Anna arrived, she thought Paul had killed the panther and became even more devoted to Paul. My husband is really a warrior. They went to the spring to clean the blood and then ate some berries. In the evening they had a leopard roast which was really good. Next they built a love nest together to prepare for the coming baby. But then one day a monkey came and found Paul's hidden flare gun. Anna saw it and traded the monkey for a banana. When Anna got the flare gun, she hid it and never gave it to Paul again. Deep down Anna still longed to return to the reality of her old life. One day, 2 years later, a helicopter flew in. Anna finally got the chance to fire the flare, and so they were rescued and returned to their real life. Anna is a wealthy socialite who returns home and quickly settles into a good life. Anna pretends that she doesn't know Paul well and he is abandoned by Anna. Paul is poor but doesn't give up his pursuit of Anna. After 2 years of intimacy, finally, in the middle of a heavy rain, Anna said yes to Paul's advances. Once again, they became a loving couple. The love was the envy of all the single dogs.